for 12,000 years. It slept, silent, motionless, forgotten. But silence is often the most terrifying warning of all. In the remote deserts of Ethiopia, a volcano that scientists believed was dead has awakened like a giant after millennia. One massive eruption changed the sky, the land, and the lives of thousands. This is the story of Haile Gubby, a volcano that didn't just erupt. It reminded the world how alive our planet truly is. Welcome to the Afar region of Ethiopia, one of the hottest, driest, and most geologically unstable places on Earth. It's a landscape forged by fire and time, a place where the ground itself is tearing apart. And here, nestled in this harsh terrain, lies a volcano few outsiders had even heard of, Haile Gubby. For nearly 12,000 years, this volcano stayed silent. No eruptions, no smoke, no signs of danger. The silence was so profound, so long, that many scientists assumed it was practically dead. An ancient relic buried under layers of time and desert sand. But on November 23, 2025, everything changed. The ground trembled. The sky darkened. And a colossal ash column shot 14 kilometers straight into the air, a dark pillar visible from hundreds of kilometers away. A volcano forgotten by history had suddenly awakened. So, why did scientists get it so wrong? Why did they think Haile Gubby was extinct? It's because in all of human history, in all written records, in all geological surveys, there was no trace of a recent eruption. The region's brutal desert climate had done its work, erasing ancient lava trails. Powerful windstorms buried old volcanic signs under shifting sands. With almost no local documentation and very few studies ever performed in the remote Afar, the volcano simply faded from scientific focus. To the world, Haile Gubby was just another quiet mountain. But deep beneath the Earth's crust, pressure was building. The Afar Triangle is a geological battleground, one of the most active tectonic regions in the world. Here, the African plate and the Arabian plate are slowly, relentlessly pulling apart. This continental rift acts like a doorway, a weak point in the crust, allowing magma to rise from deep within the mantle. For thousands of years, this magma collected in a chamber beneath Haile Gubby. The pressure increased infinitesimally at first, then relentlessly. The underground chamber swelled like a balloon being overinflated. Yet the volcano remained sealed shut. A cap of solid rock held the immense power in check. Until one day, the pressure became too much. With a violent, catastrophic rupture, the magma found a way out, and Haile Gubby roared back to life. Eyewitnesses from the nearby village of Afdera described the moment with pure terror. One resident said, "The ground shook violently. It wasn't like an earthquake we felt before. The sky went black in the middle of the day. We heard explosions, one after another. Like the world was ending." The eruption released a terrifying combination of superheated ash, choking volcanic gases, and massive shockwaves that rippled through the air. Molten rock fragments, called lapilli, rained down on the surrounding desert, and clouds of smoke and ash became so dense they completely blocked the sun. For several minutes, the desert was plunged into an eerie, absolute darkness. The ash column just kept climbing, so high that it pierced through the troposphere, the lowest layer of our atmosphere, and reached into the stratosphere, nearly reaching the cruising altitude of commercial flights. The dead volcano had unleashed its full, terrifying fury. One of the most dramatic and far-reaching effects of the eruption was the ash plume. Carried by strong, upper-level winds over the Red Sea, the volcanic ash began a journey across continents. It soon reached Yemen, then Oman, and spread out over parts of the Arabian Sea. This was not just a local disaster, it had quickly become an international atmospheric event. And that posed a serious threat to aviation. Volcanic ash is not like the ash from a fire. It's made of tiny, sharp particles of rock and glass. When sucked into a jet engine, this ash can melt, coating the engine's interior with a layer of molten glass. This can kill the engine's power, causing it to fail mid-flight. The abrasive particles can also scratch cockpit windows, blinding the pilots, and can damage sensitive aircraft electronics. As a result, aviation authorities moved swiftly. Numerous flights across East Africa and the Middle East were canceled or rerouted. A volcano forgotten for millennia was now affecting global air travel, disrupting the plans of thousands of people across the globe. While the eruption thankfully didn't cause any direct fatalities, it severely disrupted thousands of lives on the ground. The people of the Afar region are resilient, accustomed to hardship. But this was something new. Locals reported their drinking water sources turning black and undrinkable, contaminated by the falling ash. Livestock, crucial for survival in this region, were unable to drink or graze on the ash-covered vegetation. People suffered from eye irritation, constant coughing, and breathing issues as the fine particles filled the air. Homes and entire villages were covered in a thick, gray layer of ash, a constant reminder of the mountain's power. Some families had to evacuate temporarily due to the poor air quality and the fear of what might come next. In a region already struggling with extreme heat and drought, this eruption added a new, devastating layer of hardship. The eruption of Haile Gubby caught volcanologists around the world completely off guard. This volcano was not on any major high-risk list. There were no warning signals detected before the eruption, no swarms of small earthquakes. No ground deformation, no gas emissions, nothing. This raised a disturbing and urgent question for experts. How many more silent volcanoes are out there, waiting to awaken? This event proved a few humbling truths. First, not all volcanoes show obvious textbook warning signs. Second, many remote regions of our planet still lack the sophisticated monitoring equipment needed to detect subtle changes. And third, some eruptions can occur with shocking suddenness, leaving no time for warnings or evacuations. It was a stark reminder that our understanding of the Earth is still incomplete. Nature still holds many secrets and many surprises. Scientists are now watching the Afar region with intense focus. Because when one volcano in a tectonic rift system like this becomes active, it can sometimes trigger activity in nearby volcanic systems. It's like pulling a single loose thread on a sweater. The whole thing can start to unravel. The Afar Triangle contains dozens of other supposedly dormant volcanoes. The awakening of Haile Gubby could be a sign of a broader reawakening in the region. Potential future risks include new fissures opening in the ground, fresh lava flows, more ash explosions, and stronger earthquakes as the tectonic plates continue to shift and adjust. While nothing can be predicted with certainty, experts believe the region may experience elevated volcanic activity in the coming years. Haile Gubby may not remain alone for long. So, why was this eruption so significant? 3 reasons really stand out. First, the time gap. A volcano sleeping for 12 millennia and then suddenly coming to life is an extremely rare and scientifically fascinating event. It forces us to rethink the very definition of extinct versus dormant. Second, the scale. For a supposedly minor volcano, the eruption was massive, sending ash to aviation heights and spreading it across multiple countries. And third, the surprise factor. The complete lack of warning signs before the eruption is perhaps the most chilling aspect. It highlights the unpredictability of our planet's geology. The eruption of Haile Gubby teaches us a powerful truth. We may map the stars and explore the deepest oceans, but we still know so little about the dynamic, fiery world beneath our own feet. A silent volcano can awaken. A forgotten mountain can reshape the sky. A remote desert eruption can disrupt global travel and upend thousands of lives. Humans often operate with a sense of control over nature, but events like this reveal just how fragile that belief is. Haile Gubby's awakening is more than just a volcanic eruption. It is a message from the Earth itself, a deep, rumbling voice speaking to us from geological time. A voice that says, "I am alive, I am powerful, and I have not finished telling my story." Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the planet's most powerful forces.